Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about the dunning process in SAP. So dunning is the process of sending dunning notices to the customers with the overdue payment items, requesting payment to the outstanding amount by a specified date. So in order to customize the dunning process, so let me enter into the customizing path. So all our customizing path resides in accounts receivables and accounts payables. Under business transaction you can find the dunning. So the basic settings in dunning and the procedure. So we need to execute all these things. I just enter the first. My first step is define the dunning areas. So I need to assign my company code for as a dunning area. So for my domestic, so here you can see the vendors. So I'm not going to do the dunning with the vendors. So all my applicability of the areas regards with the customer, and so I will not consider the vendors. I just go for customers. You can see it. Okay, I just copy this thing, and I will change as my domestic customers and foreign customers. So I just change my company code. You can see the running notices are not yet defined for company code. Okay, we'll define it. I just click on enter. uh, Keep click on enter so that it will be saved. So it is clear that the 01 is my domestic vendor, sorry, domestic customer, and 02 is my foreign customers. Just show you. So I just move back, click on enter so that it will move back. And the next thing is to define dunning keys. So this dunning key should be linked to my customer master, and most of our configuration lies here. So here I just go with the new entry. I will define a dunning key that is B. B represents the dunning key for my company code BRP. So I just go with the print. So I've entered the text like this. I just save this. So this is dunning block reasons. There are a number of block reasons available. So if you don't want the dunning should be done for our customer, we can make use of this. So there are a number of reasons. We can also make a new entry on it, but we can make use of this. So if we want our customer to skip from the dunning notices, we can make use of this block reasons, and this also can be linked to our customer master. So I just move on to the next, the dunning procedures. Define dunning procedures. So we will define a procedure, just execute it. So here I just go on with the new procedure. I just let my company code name itself. So here the dunning interval in days. So I want my dunning letters to be issued for every 1 week or 6 days. So this is the interval for one dunning notice to the other. So the number of dunning level is, I just go for 4. There is a maximum dunning levels. So then the interest indicator, we can also make our interest indicator to be linked in the stunning procedure. So we have not yet created any interest indicator. We will discuss in our upcoming videos. So here the public holiday calendar. So I think we have defined it in the T code SCAL. Just search it. So I just go for the standard one. I think I've created one. Just choose this. And I go with the standard transaction dunning. We can also make references with other dunning procedures. Just click it, save. Okay, we need to maintain all these things. The sub parameters. I just go for the first, the dunning levels. Click on enter. So I have maintained the dunning intervals as 6 days. So it has proposed a dunning level based on my interval. So if I want to calculate the interest, I can manually tick here. So since I have not maintained any interest indicator, I have not ticked here. So in this I have print parameters for these things. I have ticked all these things. And we can also maintain the payment deadline. Okay, just go for the next, charges. So we can maintain the different charges for the running levels. So we have a 4 level of dunning. I just go for dunning charge. This is the dunning value. Just go for increasing value. We can also maintain it in percentage, and the minimum amounts for my dunning levels. Okay, the minimum amount, or I just go for a percentage. Then the dunning text. So here I just go for a new company code. We have no entry for our company code. I just click here and save it. The minimum amounts. Okay, just go back. No text have been entered as yet. Dunning text. We have maintained. Okay, I just go for dunning text. So for different dunning levels, I need to maintain the form. So there are a number of forms available with SAP. We can choose the one. Okay, just go for dunning form. Okay, language. The same thing I can enter here also. And this is of area. There is the domestic customers. So I just go for the settings for domestic customers and not the foreign customers. Just click on enter, come back. I will save this. I think the whole configuration has been configured. You can see the running procedure was saved. You can see this, the procedure is displayed. So just move to the next. So we will configure this running procedure in our customer master. I just open a new session. I just go to the T code, change customer master. So in this I just go to the company code data, and in the correspondence tab you can find the dunning procedure. So I just link my dunning procedure, that is BRP, and you can see the dunning block parameter also displays here. So I just save this. I have just linked the dunning procedure in my customer master 500016. So the changes have been made. So just go to the just close it. We will post the customer invoice, that is FB70. So today's date is 18. So I just post the invoice in the date of 1st of this month. So I just change it as 1, so that my dunning notices will be generated. So my customer master is 500016. So for this customer master only I have linked my configuration dunning procedure. I just go for the amount, my sales account, and okay, just click on enter. It shows the down payment exists. So I just simulate it and I will save this invoice. Okay, we will save this and we will follow this invoice in FBL5N. So you can see the document is posted. So let me go to the FBL5N. So for this customer I just view my open item, and then we will go on with the dunning procedure. So you can see this invoice just now we have posted with the document number 310. So I just open a new tab. I leave this screen as it is. So in this screen I just go to the T code F150 to run my dunning procedure, that is a dunning run. So the dunning run is, let me have the ending day of this month, and I just go with any identification. It is similar to our F110, that is automatic payment run. It is an automatic dunning run. So I just enter my parameters. We need to maintain the parameters. The running data is, let me go with the same date as I entered on the dunning run, and the company code for my customer 500016. The same thing here. We can run multiple customers also. There is no selection. Okay, documents posted up to, okay, I just go for the same data here also. And the free selection and additional log, there is nothing to do with this. Okay, we can maintain the customer here also. Just go to the first status. Okay, just save this. The parameters have been maintained, and I just schedule it. Okay, the start date. Okay, I just go with the start immediately and schedule. You can see the output device is automatically linked here. If not, you can maintain it here. I just click on schedule. It was successfully scheduled. So you can see the running selection is complete. I just go to the running printout. Print. The running printout is running. I just make it complete. Once you have clicked on this, the running printout is complete. The individual running notice, I just click on it. Okay, the company code, the customer. Okay, just go with the test run with the log, and you can see the running data has been displayed here, and it shows, you can see that this is the document we have posted, this is the previous document, and the running is also calculated for these documents also, and for this the running areas is 34 days, and for this it is 10 days, and the running charges for 10 rupees has been generated. So you can see this, and this thing will be forwarded to our customer. Okay. Okay, like this we can maintain our turning procedure. We can make a printout and we can forward to our customers, and in turning history also you can maintain these details. Turning history, okay, I just we can maintain our customer and execute. Okay, I just go for my customer number and execute it to view my turning history, and this is our turning proposal. Just come back. So that's all about turning procedure, and we can follow within our next video. Thank you.